This is the theme song for the live stream of consciousness. You've got to ask yourself whether reality is a dream or if you are dreaming reality. We are all a part of the answer to the meaning of it all. Come in and join us for the moment we call now. Rise up, join in, raise the whole vibration. You are the master of reality's creation.
Welcome to Creating Reality. It all happens here in the live stream of consciousness. Now let's welcome your host of the moment, Michael Zinn.
Yes, I like that title, the host of the moment. I am the host of the moment. I have invited you guys to all be here. I have set the intention to create this moment on Thursday night. It's February 25th. It's 9 o'clock. I see people starting to come in and fill up the front row here. I'm excited to see that. Arnie Layton, always a seat in the front. Good to see you, my friend. I am super freaking excited tonight because I feel like it's a extravaganza episode of the live stream of consciousness, kind of like an anniversary. My guest is somebody who's been here many times, somebody who I've been on the journey with over the last couple of years, and like we kind of merged and then we kind of went our way and then we're coming back. It's like DNA. It's like a spiral, but it's like a DNA spiral. It's amazing. And I will say his name. I will invoke his essence shortly. But first, I want to start the show by thanking you guys for being here, of course. I see Vivian out there. I see Tim. I see Kim. I see Ninja Kitty. Evelyn. Oh, my goodness. It's great. I love it. I love it when Vivian's here because Hawaii is my favorite place, and she brings that Hawaiian energy. So aloha. But this ritual kind of was inspired by my guest tonight, and the ritual was really just a way to do a couple of things at once. It's to set an intention, to clear the space, and make a space. It's to kind of get us all in the same spot. And I think that connecting with your breath is like the most important thing. Breathing is fundamental. That's what I say. And when I'm done, it just comes out of my mouth. But let's do 3 clearing breaths together. We'll clear the space. We'll set up the intention for this space, for this moment. Sage is my trusty bowl here. And I'm going to strike sage and stroke sage, and we're going to breathe in and out together. So here we go. Ready? Breathe in through the nose. Hold it up at the top. And let it go. When you let it go, you want to push out intentionally all the stuff that you don't need. Let's do it again. Breathing in, holding it at the top. Sighing, like intentionally letting it out, letting your shoulders drop. Just feel it. One more time together. Nice full one. Let it out. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it leave. Feel your body relax. Feel the sound going through. Oh, I love it. Sage is amazing. Sage reacts to my voice when I sing. Sage is echoing. I don't know if you can hear Sage still, but I hear Sage. Ah, beautiful. Fundamental breathing. Connect to your breath. It's one of the easiest things that we can do to just kind of bring us back to who we are and that center inside of ourselves. So I love it. So thank you guys. Oh, I feel it. I feel my whole body going. All right. I'm excited. Are you guys ready for this adventure? I feel like I met this guy in a Facebook group for light painting photography. I saw some of his work. I saw that he had done some stuff with the tarot deck, so I reached out to him, and instantly we became friends, and it was amazing. Um, and and then I had him on the show a couple times, and then we started a show together. We started a show that was actually a journey through the tarot deck, right? The tarot deck is a specific story, and it was a journey through learning the tarot deck card by card using his deck. And that was just kind of like, that was like that. I want to say this is the beginning of our journey, but that was a little bit actually after the beginning of our journey. That was like we were really hitting our stride at that point, and now he is shining on his own with his own show on the Sacred Spiral Network, Be in the Light. I want to welcome my friend and the grand wizard himself, Mr. Bryan Lahr.
Oh my goodness, Dr. Zen. Dr. Zen, we meet again.
We meet again. We meet again. That's excellent. And Evelyn saying, "Why did he call you professor?" That's funny. I didn't even. You know what? What's weird about that is one day he did call me professor, and I actually was a professor at SUNY Farmingdale. I used to teach Photoshop, digital imaging, Illustrator, and the professor became kind of like a stage presence for me because I was also playing in a band. So I would wear a white button-down shirt with a tie, and I would be the professor on stage. And you had no idea, but you called me the professor, and it was just
Actually, I don't call you professor. I call you doctor.
You do call me doctor,
do it with a German accent. Dr. Zen.
You did call me professor. There was a moment.
Well, that's probably true.
Yes, you did. Yes.
Hey, I just want to say hey to everybody out there, man. Kim, Vivian, me and my shadow, Evelyn, Arnie, my brother Arnie. Listen,
amazing, right?
Day after the show on Monday, man, they have never spoken to me so loud to say, do a reading this coming Monday night for Arnie. Like, that's never happened, like, ever.
Wow.
So, I've kind of been obsessing about it, so never wanted to have patience and wait. I've been trying to dig in and find out what they're saying, and it's like completely shut down. Like, in that area, they're like, no, wait until Monday. So,
that's great.
You're first up Monday, man. Yeah. And I'm going to pull some tarot cards, angel cards. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe nothing, but
that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that you're being called to connect with Arnie and connect with the message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arnie's
Arnie's is such a great soul and a great essence. You know what I mean? I've been that word has been in my vortex lately. Essence. I've been seeing people as essence, right? Everybody is their essence, right?
Arnie really you know, people are talking all the time now, but like you sort of gauge like who somebody really is by what they do. And, you know, like Arnie's always showing up and supporting people. And, you know, I've got nothing but long respect.
Absolutely. No, Arnie is from day one, from when I met him, he's been supporting my show. Anybody who came on my show, he kind of started to follow, you know what I mean? And then the Sacred Spiral thing happened, which connected universes, and now there's just like an amazing
a crazy community growing, man. Like, I've just met the most amazing, like, you know, and it's a perfect example of the frequency you emit, you attract those people. And it's
exactly totally
wow, just watching these people come together. And like everybody has like Lynn the other night, man, I want to have her on my show and just talk about oracles, different kinds of oracles, man. I'll bust out my like, it's just everybody's got their like connection to the light in this really profound way, and I'm just digging it, man.
Totally. And that's really kind of why I even started kind of my journey online and the live stream of consciousness, was just to show how all these things connect, right? They're all just different ways that people are connecting to source, to energy, and the way it flows through them, right? It's just like it's an amazing thing to share. Courtney says Lynn is so awesome. Love Fest, we get Love Fest very often. Yeah, and It is true, and you know what you describe it really well, right? Like you put off a certain energy, and those people come around, but it's more than just those words. It actually is a feeling. You can feel it. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
just
it's a specific energy frequency, man. I've been living like in the energy world for about 5 years now, and when you look at it from a physics standpoint and not so much an emotional feeling standpoint, man, energy always works the same way.
totally.
And I would know that, and I'd still like try to do it differently and expect a different result, man. And the more I get in tune with that, the more I in tune my own frequency,
Mhm.
like that's it, the universe can't do anything except draw those people together. And
Totally.
yeah,
Totally.
it's so simple. We
It
make it
is.
so hard, but it's so simple.
It is. No, it really is. And I'm glad that I've tuned into that frequency too, right? Because it feels like you said, like all of these people in my vortex, like I just have so much respect and awe for, and I'm just like, wow, you're such an amazing soul. Oh my God, you're such an amazing soul. And how awesome is that to feel that way when I can remember, and you probably remember, 20 years, many, many years ago, being like, people suck, thinking that people sucked. And
Wasn't that long ago.
true, true, true. But the thing is that I've realized and you've realized is like because we thought that that's what we were experiencing. And I think we both opened up to the idea that people are love. If you just got to look for it, you just got to let it come through, and just let everybody be who they are, no judgment and no
If
and
you
just
foster your connection with the source and you stay good inside, everybody else gets to react however they're going to react,
that's right.
and
Exactly.
that connection flows through you and out from you. And
Amazing.
people that are down to hear it, like stick around, and the people that like are not go somewhere else.
Right. Totally amazing. Amazing. Arnie is saying Monday starting meditation class with Carla, so I have to check the replay now on Mondays. Oh, he's not going to be able to hit you
Oh,
live.
that's terrible.
He's doing a class with Carla, a Violet Flame class. Carla Guido she's been on the show. She does an amazing Violet Flame class. And Vivian, thank you for hashtag live. And Simon, thank you. Okay, let's get into this show. I was excited to have you because I started digging through the archives, and it just reminded me of kind of like getting to know you, right? I contacted you from that Facebook group about tarot because I wanted to make some of my artwork into a tarot deck, and you bowled me over with this with this information about how you created your tarot deck and how you channeled the angels each one by one, you know what I mean, and all of the real kind of deep work that went into it. And I was like, oh man, I can't just do this. I've got to really like dig into this some more. And I don't think it was right away, but it was shortly after that, as we were talking. I guess I was doing my show, and I had the idea of creating shows for other people, since that's what I do. And we created a show together called The Fool's Journey. I think I have.
Yeah, I just gotten the 10th anniversary edition of the deck printed, and we were like, wow, what a great. Okay, this would be a good one.
Yeah. Let's do a show about it. I have all of the. Oh my God, I have a folder full of stuff I want to share.
We shared a lot of stuff on that show.
Oh my God, we shared so much stuff on that show. I didn't pull the cards. It was I got distracted by so much other stuff. Let me just see where the cards are here. Cards, Fool's Journey, March 2023. Wow. Yeah, we did that years ago. I have the cards here. Oh my God, the cards are
Vivian, that I've got a foolproof method for learning the tarot. You know, the tarot is so big and it sort of starts off being like, oh man, that's just too many things. But the first 22 cards of the major arcana are a card by card journey, the Fool's Journey. And it's a whole initiation that is card lesson built on lesson built on lesson. So the way I teach tarot is I get people to start memorizing one card meaning today, starting with the Fool, and to write their own Fool's Journey story as they go along. And as each card gets added every day, they're telling the whole story. And by the time they get to the end of it, like they've got all those cards memorized and usually in order too. So it's a pretty painless way to memorize those. So
totally. And actually, I'm gonna share that. That's a great place to start. I can share that screen. The Fool's Journey.
Jennifer Rose, hello, my love.
Yes. And why is it not sharing my screen? Oh my goodness, so many things going wrong here today, Brian. Window. No, tab. I see it wants to do it in a Chrome.
Michael was talking about breath, you know, and that's a big part of my show and part of my daily practice. And I just want to toss something out. This is so ridiculously easy that when you take a really deep breath and you hum, you do a really deep hum, you are creating a buttload of nitric oxide in your blood system and your brain. And first of all, nitric oxide like facilitates your neurons like connecting and firing and really helps your brain run really good. But it's a vasodilator, so it opens up your blood vessels. It helps with any kind of like blood pressure kind of scenario, heart stuff, stamina, like ED stuff, like anything that has to do with blood flow. It's a super cool thing. So next time you're hanging out in the store line, just take a deep breath and do a nice little tune.
I love it.
You'll make yourself happy and the person in front of you too.
I love it. And you're making me smile because again, like I call you the wizard, but truly like that is like wizard wisdom because it's not mystical. It's actually physiological, you know, and like real world stuff. And that's why connecting with your breath, like, you know, you talk to a nurse and they talk about a yoga position and what that is physiologically, why there are reasons that it works and helps the blood flow. It's amazing.
So that like I do a lot of box breathing stuff and I share some of the more simple ones on the show. And then one of the ones I do all the time is a 4 breath in, a 4 inhale, hold that breath for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4, and then repeat that process. And what that does, and each one of those things with different combinations of those breaths, it changes the physiology actually happening, and you're taking in different percentages of chemicals, and you're changing the way not just your mental state but your actual physical state. Matter of fact, that 4-4-4 thing, the Army Rangers and the Marines teach that to combat troops. To keep them, it is like the best thing for like zeroing out some anxiety. Like you're having a panic attack, that's the one to go to, man. And if you do that for a couple minutes, it physically changes your whole. Anyway, I won't get off on that.
No, listen, these are important things. It's like it's so simple to remember when you're in a situation. There's so much anxiety that happens out in the world, and it's like if everyone knew how to deal with anxiety and just be like, take a second.
It's also cool to know about these, but what's even cooler is incorporating them in your everyday life and making that part of how life gets smoother and better.
It becomes part of your essence. We were just talking about that earlier. So Vivian was interested, and I want to share this. This is our YouTube channel that we created, the Fool's Journey. It's still there, and you can still learn the tarot card by card by going through these episodes. and let us know how you do. Keep in touch with us, because this is
And this was different because normally the Fool's Journey is considered the first 22 cards, the major arcana. But our Fool's Journey was a whole damn deck. And the last, I don't know if you remember this or not, but the very last show, I did the entire Fool's Journey from the Fool all the way through the 10 of Pentacles, man, the whole deck. That was crazy. I was high.
What an amazing journey we had, man. And we had our ups and our downs and our ins and our outs.
What was crazy about that show is whatever the card was became my magical existence for the week. And it became not a show for me. I think this happened for some other people that were watching and following along all the time, but it became like it was a magical adventure, man.
Yeah.
You remember all those those tombstones I got drawn to, and all of a sudden there's messages and
yeah,
right. Oh, that was fun, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We went on an amazing adventure for sure.
Thanks, Vivian.
There's no doubt. Yeah, Vivian, thank you. Very excited for people to discover this stuff that I've already known about. You know what I mean? I feel like I've been in on a secret, like I said. And what's cool is I think we related on the photography level, but then also I worked in advertising, you worked in advertising, you have a very, very impressive catalog of stuff. Let me share some of that. I want to talk about that. Goodness. I want to celebrate you here. Hold on a second. Share the Chrome tab. Here we go. So I don't know if many people remember this brand, but this is a pretty big deal, I feel like, and I remember when I saw you did this, I was pretty impressed with this. This is a commercial for a pretty big brand that was very popular. Let's see if you guys remember. Now, again, I don't know if the regular person can appreciate that the way that I appreciate that, but so much stuff is going on there that you guys did the music to that as well, right? That's original music.
Did the music and the hand lettering and all that stuff. And that was early, man. People hadn't really gotten into the hand lettering stuff so much yet.
Not only that, but now very popular is also a lot of these little video things that are happening, like these kinds of splashes are happening. People are doing that kind of stuff. People are doing all these kinds of product stuff in their little studio setups. This is very, very popular now.
It's easy. It's a lot easier to do that now. When we did those, it was film cameras, man. And we were shooting at like 1,000 frames a second with film, right? And we were using these big cameras called photosonics that this guy named William Edgerton had designed. And he actually designed them to photograph the nuclear blast and the plasma blast. So they would go up to like 10,000 frames a second. And that was the only way to get all that slow motion stuff back then.
Totally. So Evelyn says you were ahead of your time. That's my point. He is
the Aquarian. I can't help it.
Yeah. Oh my God. And again, just all of the different layers, right? So it's not just the visual, it's the stills, it's the motion, it's the music, it's so much stuff. I don't remember what else I did here. Okay, so I believe that you also did, I don't know if this is 3 minutes, but I believe you also did videos with a friend of yours. Each video represented one of the major arcana.
Oh yeah, I did the whole major arcana and music videos and one of the things on the cards are the little musical sequences that represent like the actual music of what the word of the card meant. And I used those to like create all of these.
cool.
They're pretty crazy.
So this
I was
is
I was in my heavy techno area.
this is one for one of the cards. This is the Hermit, and also I believe your friend Brandon is his name, right? Brandon.
Yeah.
Did a lot of work with you, and he's also
He was my cohort in crime, man. We made all these together.
Let's check this one out.
All stills.
This is all stop animation. Again, way ahead of your time, my friend. Motherfucking knows his shit. Yeah. Motherfucker knows his shit. Motherfucker knows his shit. Motherfucker knows his shit. And we'll get some other ones, but this actually I'll just pull the volume down and we can talk about it. What's so cool is your style is so evident all throughout the years, right? And I've said this to you too, like you transcend space and time. Just with your stuff. And actually that was a quick little view right there. Let me go back on that. That was a nice little view of your magic book. I believe makes an appearance right there. Where was that? Oh man, that was cool. Okay, so after there, I believe that's your magic book. Yeah, some of the imagery is just beautiful. Those are some of your cards. I did see the map. There it is. Oh, is that the book? Yeah, that's the book, correct? Yeah. So I actually have some art that I want to share of the book itself that you shot some light paintings of. But wow, Bryan, just such amazing stuff. So ahead of your time. I love it.
I haven't seen that in a long time. Thanks.
What's that?
I haven't seen that in a long time. Thanks. That was
yeah, man. You know, again, you're. I started looking at this stuff, and I'm just like, oh my God, Bryan, such an amazing essence, an amazing entity, an amazing person to celebrate. So let's do a little bit more of that. I want to actually bring up. I'm going to put this down at the bottom. What's that?
You make me blush.
No, don't blush. Don't be silly. This is amazing. You're worth celebrating. All right, so I want to share. Let's share. This is your website. So why is that not sharing? Come on, man. I guess I got to do it in a tab. For some reason, I'm in Safari and I'm sorry, Chrome. And it won't share across platforms, but if I share a window, there we go. That will work.
Being mean to you, Zen.
Yeah, it's being mean to me. All right, here we go. Nice. So Blar, Blar, Blar. This is your professional website. Let's see how much I can get in the screen here. There we go. And these are some of your pictures going across here. These are some light paint. This is some of your advertising work. That's right on the front page here.
Yeah. I really like that one.
Yeah, some beautiful photography.
Oh, my little wizard. Yeah.
And then there's some, I believe some of the light painting comes up. Again, look at this beautiful photography. Amazing. Am I in the right page? Yes. Okay. I'm here. All right. So if I stretch it out, I don't want to lose too much of it. So I've got to kind of navigate it. All right, so let's just talk about your I guess your professional career, which I think is cool because you basically took something that turned you on as an artist and you turned it into a professional career. A lot of the stuff that you shot was through light painting and different photography techniques, like a true master of the camera, which is something I can relate to and respect as a photographer. Your work is just really off the charts amazing. Let's open some of this up. Here we go. So this was a parfum. Oop.
Yeah, Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Nice. Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Oh, I love that one.
Talk about having an amazing client list. Del Monte, Jean-Paul Gaultier, amazing. So impressive. Beautiful, beautiful work. Way ahead of your time. So what year was this, Bryan?
These were not that long ago. Those were about 5 years ago.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
I thought these were older than that. Wow.
No.
5 years? 2021? Yeah. Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. I did not realize you were.
I didn't really get into light painting until about 6 years ago.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm actually going to do a light painting demonstration and show people how to do it. Not the coming show, but the week after.
Awesome.
So I show up, man. Kim.
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful photographs that she's been doing. You would be all over this, girl.
Yeah, totally. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Some other great clients here. Tabasco.
I think there's a thing for rum that like is one of my favorite ones ever.
For rum?
Yeah. No, keep going. Maybe it didn't make it to the website yet.
Well, still, some of the alcohol stuff here is just, again, incredible. Really great work. One of the pioneers, this stuff, like light painting now is so popular. There are companies that make light painting tools and everything, but you were like, you were making your own tools. I remember you.
That's half the fun to me, man.
Yeah, you probably have some of the tools there. Amazing. I love this so much. So that was work. And then
so for people that don't know what light painting is, it's a dark room that becomes your canvas. And you have a camera that you can keep the shutter on open, and with a whole series of like flashlights that I have, like fiber optics brushes and these long tubes with color in them, and you're actually painting in the dark with a flashlight and making that image. And they're really, really, really fun to do. And I put on some really great music and just let go, man. And, you know, a few of you have sent me artwork this week, and, you know, we're kind of talking about just being free and just like, man, that's the ultimate thing. Here, give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab it.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, Bryan is, I think this is part of why everybody is so attracted to Bryan. His essence, I think he just kind of, you feel creativity, you feel that essence when you're talking to him, when you're working with him. Again, some of this stuff is just so beautiful, and then Bryan mirrors it and he creates these angelic images. Some of these light paintings are just amazing. Not some of them, all of them. They're just so much energy coming through and so much great stuff, Bryan. I just love showing.
So this is a black fiber optics brush, and it's on the end of a flashlight, and draw with it and like fan it out. Like I use this when I'm doing all the angel wings. Yeah, let's see. So like you draw up the wing and then you're bringing it down and letting it just make those really beautiful curves. It's such a dance. It really is. Amazing. And you're exactly right, Evelyn. It's drawing with energy.
Yes.
How could I not be just like, yeah, like I found my medium when I found this. I've always I painted for a long, long time, done thousands of watercolors and I didn't get into oils really deeply because it kind of like I hated the smell and the time and
Right.
but like I painted for a long time, and then photography super close to my soul.
Totally.
And
So
this is kind of the combo of both of those.
totally. And
As a matter of fact, like I've got this whole, like the way I get the colors, I make my own colors now, and I've got all these gels, different colored gels, and you cut little strips of those out and put them down next to, let me see if this will show up. Oh, here, I've got my little stash over here. So I make these little circles that have the colors on them, and that sits right down on top of the flashlight, and voila, you've got a color palette. And those gels, man, there's pretty much every color in the world you can make. So it's having an infinite number of paint tubes. I'm so addicted.
It's so great. I mean, it's and this is even, again, like uncovering the layers of you, Bryan, is so much fun. Let me pop this back up here. So this, I was talking about this earlier. This is actually a light painting of your magic book, and I hope that you have this nearby, because I want you to pick this thing up and show it to everybody, because I don't think the scope of it comes through, and I love you holding it and going through it and telling the story of it. But this is Bryan's magic book that he created. These are portraits of the book. So he's got it. Oh, here we go. Hold on.
This is the case that it's in, right? All right.
I love this.
Oh, that's a disaster waiting to happen. Hold on.
Careful, be careful. I love this so much. I knew we were going to have fun with this tonight.
So I got into hand book binding, and yeah, it's big and heavy, and this was my whole journey. This is how I learned.
It's like a journal. It's like,
yeah, exactly. Well, it's my grimoire. It's where I learned different techniques and all the crazy different spokes on the wheel I got initiated in, and it's all kind of like here's the story right here.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy. I made the paper. I found a really amazing antique book on bookbinding, and I made all the jigs, and I kind of made a thing of it.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's right, Arnie. Wizard's manual.
So hold on a second. I want to.
Yes, it is my fool's journey. That's exactly right.
So amazing. So I guess I don't know. It's all blurry to me. Sometimes I think about you and I'm like, oh, tell me that story again when you lived with the monks in Africa. And you're like, I never lived with monks in Africa.
Well, I didn't live with monks in Africa, but I lived with a witch doctor in Africa.
You lived with a witch doctor in Africa. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the stories are just, I love them so much.
I got initiated into Ifa, which is kind of like the root religion that comes from the Congo. And that's like all of the Afro-Cuban offshoots of that, like Santeria and Candomblé and Voodoo, and they were all sort of offshoots of that. Yeah, that was, what a crazy trip, man. Yeah, to go from Golden Dawn to Babalao, interesting journey.
So I remember seeing artwork, and I asked you before the show if you could get it to me, and you got it to me, and I want to share that too, because this is more traditional artwork, not a camera. This is like hand to paper, and I remember looking at these images and feeling like they were from some ancient Bible or something like that. Like that's the feeling I got looking at these images. This one is called the Bridge of Faith.
You know, the name of your show is Creating Reality, and this is kind of like the ultimate example of that, because this is where I would go. Like, this is a place for me. Like, it's a frequency. Like, I can hit the button and go there and that's where I would go to start to practice and start to learn. And each one of those little steps represented, you know, spirit evocation and numerology, and like every one of them was a different step towards that. Going on, keep going. Yeah. All the way at the top, like, and everything's just kind of crumbling. And that was right when I like connected with the Shemhama Forest Angels. And that started a really new segment in my life. And that's what that moment was about.
So this is like an autobiographical moment of history of you.
My art is always part of whatever thing I'm in the middle of.
So amazing. So fucking amazing, dude. This is just so amazing. And then this, I just want to share the second one. I'm not even looking at the comments, guys. I know you're probably
and right after that, I did my first ritual with the Shemhama Forest Angels, and I, you know, like a couple days later, this woman named Analia shows up out of the blue on some reference from her friend, and she's selling crystal bowls. And the whole sell for her was not the sound healing or anything, but being able to contact your angels. And I'm like, okay, I want them all.
Wow.
And that sort of represents like my beginning of my sound therapy journey and learning sound healing. And my original thing was not using those as sound healing things, but as direct lines right to the angels. Because the bowls, first of all, they're made of crystal. So they hold a charge like gangbusters. Mm-hmm. And as you circle around them, you're creating like a wave that goes out from like a rock in a pond outward, but also a column of really concentrated energy going straight up. Yeah.
Wow. So amazing. Oh, what happened there? I switched. There it goes. Okay. Yeah.
And that's a place too, you know, and like those meditations that I do in the show, like the Golden Ocean, you know, I hope people grab onto that, because that's a place that once you get that frequency, you can go there all the time. And that's a really introduction to astral travel.
Totally. Beautiful, almost magical. Not almost, my friend, not almost. Precisely magical. So let me talk as an artist. What's the process like? So you have this amazing ornate frame. That's just hand? What's the medium for that?
I drew a couple of those little designs as a piece of art, and then I Xeroxed it and transferred it with xylene.
Of course it was. It's not as simple as.
And the painting itself is all done with watercolors.
Wow.
Lots and lots of layers. I don't do a regular watercolor technique. You know, usually the badass watercolors just do really quick strokes, but mine are super layered and built up.
Right. I'm trying to figure out how I don't get scroll bars to scroll over to the right on it. I want to see the right side of this image closer. Oh, there we go. I can see it there. Beautiful. Wow. Yeah, totally magical, Bryan. Totally. What an amazing way to connect and express.
I love that place.
And not only that, Bryan, but to like, I know for me personally, like, it's not even as crazy as this, but I love looking at old videos of myself and be like, oh, look what I used to do. Like, to have these archives of your journey, you know, it must be so special. And that
it's really kind of interesting, you know, and I'm getting ancient, man. I just hit a birthday and I was looking back and like, wow, man, you've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you've done a lot of stuff for sure. And I feel like you're just getting started.
Well, that's the thing about magic and art, you know, and art and magic to me are one and the same thing. You know, magic is the art that encompasses all arts.
Yeah.
And, you know, the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know. And the more there is to know. And like one thirsts for that, man. That's such a rich, and it's a well that never ever will run out. So,
yeah.
you know me, I'm an Aquarian, man. I get bored easy. Nothing about this has been boring, though.
No, and it's been amazing to see, you know, as well, just through our friendship. You know, you kind of at high points, at low points, right, and just to the flow of life, you know, like we all go through that. It just happens, right?
That's the way we're supposed to experience.
That's the way we're supposed to experience it. And what's cool is I feel like the more rough seas that you've seen, the easier the rough seas get. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I'm here again.
Well, you don't let the wind blow so hard and the waves get so big, and you keep yourself centered no matter what the storm is raging outside. You don't have to go with it.
Exactly. Evelyn says, stop with the ancient. I'm a few months older than you. You're making Evelyn feel old.
Sorry, girl.
But you know what? But here's the thing. And we joke about it, but we both know that being ancient is the truth, right? We are ancient.
I really don't have any preconceived, like, you know, I've lived a long time now. You know, it's okay. I'm not done by any stretch of the imagination, man.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're just getting started.
And the more peace you find, like this last year has been a real benchmark for me.
Yeah.
And finding answers and just going to places I never really thought I would reach in this lifetime. Mm-hmm. And the more you bring that back, the more you go and merge with the source and bring that back. As sad as that makes me to like leave that and come back, every time you come back, you bring more of that with you. Mm-hmm. And it's like, man.
Totally.
So, you know, the storm's gonna rage, but like, yeah. Me too, Evelyn. You know, like there's some really good things with like being ancient, man. Like I was such a hothead when I was young. I was mad all the time, man. And like now to look back on that, like none of that matters at all. And you know, I just go through life most of the time with a nice smile on my face, and
totally.
Way better than when I was an impetuous kid. And I realize how dumb I am now. Back then I thought I knew everything.
but then you get more comfortable with being dumb. You're like, oh, I'm dumb, but it's cool.
You know, when you're not trying to convince anybody how brilliant you are, it leaves a lot more room for learning good stuff.
Totally.
Totally.
Amazing. I missed some of the conversation. Tim is doing some stuff with AI and content and some music, and now he's contacting some singers. We'll get back to that. I want to celebrate some more of your artwork and introduce one of the ladies in your life.
Fiona, the lovely Fiona. Fiona was a great. Okay.
Let's talk about Fiona. We're introducing everybody to Fiona, who actually lived with Bryan, and is an important woman in his life. He's dragging her over.
Don't fall over, girl.
Hello, Fiona.
Fiona's my favorite model. She's available in the middle of the night, and she's super cheap, man.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
And she never, ever complains. Yeah.
And she never gets tired.
You know what's super cool is I went out in front of my house and found Fiona in the neighborhood, like on a trash heap. Her arm was over here, her torso was over there. I'm like, oh, girl, we can't have that. And
that's amazing. I love that so much. So Fiona became one of your models, and probably your main model, and some light painting. It's loading in. For some
that was my gray period.
Yeah. But you know, we've talked about your images before, how like you can look at your image and then you can come back to your image and you could just see so much more in it, you know, like it's like, let me see if I can close this up a little bit so we can
Those
get.
were always like, you know, when I looked at art for what did I like, I always liked the things where I could go find more every time.
Yeah. Oh, it's not letting me zoom into it. But like your card images that you did with incense. Oh, that's another beautiful one. You know, with the incense smoke, it's like you come back and you look at it, and there are so many things happening. And it depends on where you are at that moment when you're looking at it, or
You
is
know,
what you're going to
I put
see.
the images for those for the tarot deck like 13 years ago now. I'm still finding new, like, you know how many tens of thousands of times I read with that deck at this point.
Amazing.
Now I'm still finding new stuff.
Amazing.
That's
Amazing.
That's when it's good to me. I'm like, all right, man, I like that.
Yeah, totally. Oh, here's a nice one too.
And I like stuff that changes as you change.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go back, like the way I looked at it when I first did it and the way I look at it now, like leagues apart, man.
Yeah, totally. Oh, a video just started. Yeah, I'm looking at this artwork and I'm just like, oh my God, every time we would bring artwork on, I'm just like, Bryan, you outdid yourself again. Like, what's going on? Like, just constantly reaching new heights, you know, and
I shot all the time, man. I was
Yeah.
shooting every single day.
Yeah. Let's see what else I've got here. There's a bunch.
I love doing it. It
Yeah.
makes me very happy.
Well, it's evident, you know, it's very evident. Let's see if we can look at some of the cards. Ooh.
You know that piece I sent you, the presentation piece. You should
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You should go to that one, man. There's a lot of.
Okay.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. So I was talking about the incense smoke. You did a whole series with incense smoke, and these images. Oh my God, we could look at these for hours and hours and see faces, and you know, you see aliens and angels, and oh my God, it's just amazing. And you actually, I think you're just recently reprinting these cards, aren't you? Oh, he's not there. I didn't even notice him behind the screen. I think. Oh, look at that print! Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, my smoke lion.
Yeah, wow, amazing. Yeah,
I love them when they get printed finally. You know.
Yeah, and that's a nice print. Is that a printed on acrylic? What is that?
That is printed on museum grade plexi.
Museum grade plexi. I love it.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so there's no edges to it. It's just image, which I really, really like.
Yeah. And then Jill saying you brought her back to life regarding Fiona. He absolutely did. He's like Dr. Frankenstein, but in a wizard format.
Fiona's a star in her own comic book series now too.
Oh yeah, you know what? Creepy Baby. I was looking for some Creepy Baby. I didn't find the Creepy Baby stuff. Bryan has an amazing thing. That's on your Wizard of Odd website, correct?
I think there's a few things on there. Yeah,
I'm going to bring that up too. So here,
that was fun. The first light painted graphic arts novel.
First, yeah. So let's bring that up. I'm just showing some of these other cards really quickly.
That's true, Phil. And she's very grateful. She has a good time shooting with me.
I love the incense smoke. Used to catch great stuff in smoke. Yeah, amazing. A kitty cat in the swords. Yeah, amazing stuff. I just remember we'd spend so much time looking at these and just going through them and like seeing all different things. All right, so let me open up the file that you sent me. That's a PDF file. And why don't you talk about what that's all about as I'm opening that up?
Okay. Well, I got about a week right before the big Saturn thing last week. Out of the blue, I get there's a really nice local museum here at the State College. And I go there all the time. They always have really good people. And I thought, wow, I'd really love to have a show there. And I didn't know anybody, and trying to get through all of that, I just said no. So turns out that one of the my sponsors on the show, Audrey Asciutto, her uncle works there and is now part of the selection process for who gets shows. So I spent last week before the Saturn Neptune thing getting this together, and I put together a presentation for them, and yeah, it went really good. The guy, like, he loves it. I sent over, I've got a bunch of different, you can scroll down through the pics like this, just all the bull. Yeah, there we go. And that's Fiona.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been accepted and passed on to the board of people that do stuff in colleges. So I'm waiting to hear back on whether it's been accepted or not.
Amazing. Oh, I'm sure it will be. So
it was super, super, super. Just really, really great to put all of these, like, these are my favorite ones, like 20 of my favorite, like out of the tens of thousands.
Well, again, you know, what's so amazing, Bryan, about you is that you live it, right? So like this particular image, I remember when you moved to Florida, right? This was when you first moved to where you're at, and you're like, oh, I found this labyrinth.
Amazing place.
And then you went out and you did some light painting at the labyrinth, and this is what you got. It's really amazing. So
yeah,
I don't,
wheel series, like this represents to me, like that's like multi-dimensional living. Like each one of those little lines circling that is like a lifetime that's being lived, like right now, on top of all the other ones. Yeah.
Amazing, right? Totally. Yeah. So many effing layers in your artwork. It's just amazing. And in your essence, right? In your shows, when you're doing your breath work, and like I love when you're doing your breath work in your shows, and you're like, go deeper, deeper and deeper. It's almost like the old Boris Karloff, like hypnotism kind of, you know.
Well, I'm in my second quarter of hypnotist accreditation.
Amazing. And really, you know, just an amazing, like, meditation leader, right? To get people into that calm space. You have that kind of voice. I'm actually thinking about kind of going in that direction. I love doing my breaths at the beginning of the show, and I just feel like, you know, all I need to do is just like kind of, instead of me thinking like, oh, I got to stop this at some point and do my show, just like let go and just keep going.
Kim goes, no past, no future. That's exactly right, Kim. Exactly. No mind. Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Wyzard, you're amazing. This is amazing. I wish you luck. I have no doubts that this will be you know, an amazing show. Look at the heart in this image. This is just beautiful stuff. And there's Fiona again. Amazing stuff. I can't even believe Jennifer's like, oh, thank you for this great show, and I'm like, what do you mean?
And man, we're done already.
It's already been an hour. I can't even believe it.
This one really fast.
This is, you know what, this is like, I don't even want to say part one. This is just like the prelude to Bryan Lahr, to what you're all about, to the deep layers of who you are. I'm so grateful that we crossed paths and became friends, and that, you know, I was able to introduce you to so many people that like became your circle and our circle and the circle, right, of the one. Just really amazing stuff. And Evelyn says, oh my God, how quickly it flew by. Yeah, we just barely got started. Some of the stuff that's really cool that I saw you do many years ago that's starting to become kind of mainstream. I don't want to say mainstream, but more to the forefront, is some of the telekinesis, the rod spinning that you do.
That's my main shtick, man.
You know, I saw like classes of like little kids, you know, in kindergarten, like 5 or 6 of them all have a little psi wheel, and they're all like doing their thing. And
nobody taught them they couldn't.
Yeah, nobody taught them they couldn't. Amazing.
When you're an adult, that's half of what you have to learn first.
That's right. You have to unlearn everything.
Exactly.
Oh my God, Bryan, I don't even want to go. I guess we should. Let's just call it goodbye for now, and we'll definitely bring you back and do this again.
So happy to see all you guys and Tim and Karina, everybody.
Amazing. Yeah. What an
Arnie,
amazing
man, we
family.
got to figure out your reading, bro. Like that's not a light thing. So
You guys get connected. Yeah. Connect with Arnie and do his reading, and get him his message, because you know as well as I do that when a message comes through, part of that is for you too.
you know what? When they come through and say, do this, I don't question anymore, man. I just, okay. Yeah, Vivian, as always, man, you are a jewel.
Totally. I got to tell you, I've been thinking in my head, I wasn't going to say it out loud, but she said it earlier. Hawaii for me, when I visited Hawaii, was the most magical place. And I've been wanting to go back there, and I'm like, you know what? Now I know a few people there. Maybe I'll go visit. And she said it earlier. She's like, come visit. You're welcome to come.
There you go.
I have a feeling Hawaii is in my future. I love it.
There you go.
It's magical. It really is. So anyway,
You're
Bryan,
welcome, Lily. Thank you, baby.
yeah, I love you so much, man. Thank you for being the magical wizard that you are. And I hope to have more adventures with you in the future.
Really enjoyed sharing space with you, man. Thank you very much.
Cool, man. Thank you guys for coming. I've got a couple of paranormal people coming up on my show, in the next couple of weeks, and holding space is always another place to be. I just love you guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And until next time, peace.
This is the theme song for the live stream of consciousness. You gotta ask yourself whether reality is a dream or you are dreaming for reality. We're all a part of the answer to the meaning of it all. Join